Hey guys, it's Postbox Pat. Welcome back to a brand new video where I'm going to tell you guys exactly how you can get to level 300 and unlock that gold peely as fast as possible. Now there are so many of these videos already out there and they just don't really explain it very well. They only explain how to get to level 100, which is tier 100, which is not what most of you exactly want. You'll all want this gold peely skin because it's by far, in my opinion, the best peely skin ever and probably the best skin this season in my opinion. Let me know in the comments what level you guys are right now, and if you are new around here, don't forget to smash that subscribe and go and support me further in the item shop with code PostboxPat. You can also add your in-game name to your comment and let me know that you're using code PostboxPat for a chance of getting gifted a skin or the battle pass. Also guys, let's try and hit 5,000 likes on today's video, and the things we're going to be covering are obviously all the methods you can get XP from, including these brand new XP coins and including the supercharged method. Now I'm going to be doing a little bit of calculation slash maths, but don't worry, you won't have to do any of it. I've already done it all for you. You just simply got to watch me explain the numbers. So how exactly does this season work? Well, you can see in the battle pass screen, you have your XP up there on how much you need per level. You can see it's 80,000 for every level after level 8 to level 100. And when you pop on here, that's a total of 7.6 million. Now, for those wondering a little bit more about the battle pass, the earlier levels from level 1 to 8 actually goes up in 10,000. So level 2 would be 10,000, then level 2 to 3 would be 20,000 until you get to level 8 and then you start earning 80,000 for each one. So that's how that works. But if you're actually past level 100, it's only 52,000. So if you buy the battle pass, you're already going to cut out on 7.6 million if you buy all 100 tiers, which I haven't done, and I assume 99% of the people watching this video haven't gone and done that. You may have bought the upgraded version, which is fine. So on screen right now, here is a bunch of maths on exactly how this is going to work. So you can see from the calculations right here, we can tell that you need exactly 18 million XP to be able to grant yourself the golden peely. The way I've done this calculation really quickly for those wondering is just simply add up the total amount needed from tier 1 to 100, and then I add up the amount of XP needed from level 101 to 300, which gives us access to that golden peely because the challenge itself tells us that we need to get to level 300, which is a total of 18 million XP, which is just an insane amount. So you're probably wondering, Pat, how on earth are we going to get that XP? Well, there's a few different methods we can use to grant ourselves 18 million XP per season. So the first method of getting this XP is by getting punch cards daily. So that would actually grant you 60,000 XP every single day if you do your punch card. Now to do your punch card, it's pretty simple. You just got to get the medals, and there's so many different ways of getting medals, from gaining assists, from gaining eliminations, from opening chests, from surviving a certain amount of players, from 50 to 25 to 10, and also playing your first match and even playing creative for a few hours or so. So these are all different ways of getting punch cards, and you can get them in any order. You don't simply have to get gold ones every time. You could just get a bunch of bronze ones and it would fill up your punch card. It really doesn't matter which version of the medal you will get. So you could play about 3 to 4 games and you've probably completed your entire punch card. You could probably even play less time if you leave them games. So that's a pretty effective way of completing your punch card daily. But how much XP does that actually grant us if we do it every single day? So assuming that the season is going to last 69 days, which I calculated from Fortnite's web post on the exact date the season is going to end, you can see a little screenshot of that here, we can assume that you're going to get 4.1 million XP from punch cards, which is an absolute ton of XP. Next one is challenges. So this season, we all know that the challenge table is by far one of the most keyest points to gain XP this season. The challenge table will have a bunch of different locations and a bunch of different stuff for us to grant us XP. We also have daily challenges as well. So let's do both of these calculations and show you exactly how much XP you grant from these. So challenges themselves, assuming that you're going to get 10 challenges per week, at each challenge at 40,000 XP, that's a total of 400,000 XP per week. If you times that by 10, which is a total of 10 weeks, obviously you're going to get 4 million XP right there. Now daily challenges come in every day, and assuming that the season lasts 69 days, a daily challenge grants you 31,000 XP. So if you do 31,000 times 69, that's 2.1 million. So the total amount of XP granted from challenges, punch cards, and daily challenges is 10.2 million, which is a decent amount of XP. However, we need 18 million. So obviously when you take them away, you actually have a total of 7.7 million and 61,000 remaining. So how on earth are we going to get that? Sorry about all the maths guys, but it does help us out understand exactly how we need this XP. It's a lot of amount, it's crazy. Like I'm thinking to myself, what are we going to do? Well, I have the solution. playing games. Now, it's such a basic solution, but take a little look at this screenshot on screen right now of my Team Rumble game. So you can see roughly I'm earning about 8,000 XP, and it's coming through survival and combat. Now, these two figures are very key to understand exactly how much XP you're going to gain. Now, I believe if you get double eliminations, you will grant yourself a lot more XP than if you were to get a single figure elimination, so that's getting 10 eliminations or above, and obviously survival time. Now, there are rumours that someone said to me that, Pat, if you survive the entire Team Rumble game without getting eliminated, you'll get yourself more XP. Well, I tried this actually in a Team Rumble game. I sat inside of a bin for the whole game and only got 700 XP. It really wasn't good at all, so that method doesn't work. But if you just play the game normally, you're granting yourself an average of 8,000 XP per game, which is really nice. And this was actually a game that we lost in Team Rumble, so if we got the victory, we'd probably even grant ourselves a little bit more. So it's quite a good amount. That's just an average. Obviously, you could earn less or gain more, but say about 8,000 for average, which is nice. I think it's much better than solos, because I was granting myself about 3,000 to 5,000 in solo, duos and squads. So the meta is clearly in Team Rumble. The games last about 13 minutes now, maybe a little bit more, depending on how skilled the players are and depending on the amount of players in the game. Sometimes you can get into a Team Rumble game and there's just not even 20v20. It can be like 15v15. In that situation, you could either play it or you could back out to get into a more full lobby to obviously increase the time of playing each game, because that's what's key. It's your timeless that you're putting into the game. And thank you so much for watching the video, by the way, because that means a lot to me. You've clicked on this video and you're watching it. It really does mean a lot to me. Much love and respect to you. Don't forget, if you want to support me further, you can use code PostboxPat in the item shop. It really would help me out. So thank you, everyone. But like I'm saying, you know, an average of 8k XP. So if we took the calculation of the total XP needed, not including the challenges, so we've already minused off the challenges, so we need 7.7 million right there. How are we going to get this? Well, if we're earning 8,000 XP a game, that's going to roughly give us 970 games in total to complete this. Now, that's not the only way you can gain XP though, because at the start of the video, I also mentioned coins, which you can collect around the map, and I also mentioned the actual supercharge, which is really cool because supercharge gives you a boost of around 320,000 XP, which is a total of 4 tiers. So that's 4 tiers in the normal version and about 6.25-ish in the battle pass, as if I'm doing these calculations in my head, but I am. So that's how much it is. So if you're above a level 100, it's 6.25 levels. If you're above one level, because obviously it's 51,000 for that XP, and then if you're between level 8 and 100, it's going to give you 4 tiers. So that's pretty nice when these supercharges get activated, and I believe there was one this weekend. However, if you don't claim your supercharge, you won't get it. So to get a supercharge, you simply just have to pop into a game and it will be staying on your account until you use it. It doesn't expire then. But if you don't pop in during that time frame, you won't get it. So I highly recommend grabbing every supercharge. They'll add enough in so we can complete the battle pass. So that's nice. And then obviously these coins as well. Now these coins don't give much XP at all. I had a total of 9 coins, which is a total of 1,125 XP-ish. So it really wasn't much. So I didn't get much at all from these coins. So I highly recommend probably not doing these coins unless it all comes to the worst situation possible. These coins are all located over the map. Here is a map that a few subscribers have been sending me. If I do find the credit for this, I will link it down below. I'm not too sure where it's come from, but these are all the coins over the map. Now do consider that all the coins other than the purple ones aren't working. So only the purple coins are working for XP, and it really doesn't grant you that much. If you do pass them though, it's worth collecting because you're getting about 1,125. I'm not too sure if the other coins with the different colors are going to give us more XP. I can't confirm that, but it is definitely worth landing at as many coins as possible because you want to grant yourself as much XP. But I'd only recommend doing this in your free time or towards the end of the season though, because these just aren't at all much XP. You could play a few one Team Rumble game and you'd also always be way more than you'd earn from these coins. You'd be on like 5 times the amount, 6 times, 7 times the amount. So it's crazy. So I wouldn't recommend going for the coins in my opinion. So 970 games seems a lot of games to play in Team Rumble. But if you consider other things as well, I didn't mention this at the start of the video, but this is something we've not mentioned throughout the video. So if you bought the upgraded battle pass, obviously that's going to help you out. It's because it gives you a shortcut for a few levels, and if you happen to buy all 100 tiers, you really are going to get a huge shortcut, cutting out almost 7 to 8 million XP. But other challenges as well. So we get event related challenges, we also get extended challenges during the overtime period, which I don't think there'll be this season, but we will probably get an event challenge, maybe something going on with the secret skins, maybe Deadpool grants us XP, maybe there's something like double XP that gets activated, or even an event like say Deadpool 3 or Star Wars, if Deadpool 3 is a thing, or a new Star Wars film, which isn't happening, but something related like a Stranger Things collab or something where you can get in-game stuff, or even just an LTM that gets added in where the challenges for that LTM, that will also grant us a good chunk of XP. Last season there was also like the super overtime challenges, which were granting into the 200,000s worth of XP, which was just insane. So many people were doing that to get that obviously glitched version of Scratch. I think that's quite a unique thing about last season, because that glitched version of Scratch could be customized to however much or of the amount of XP you got, and I love the 3/4 version, so I just got my XP to 3/4. I didn't want the fully up one. I think it looked nicer with the little white boots, so I left it at that. I love the little animation at the bottom as well with like the pixels, so that's what I personally did. But obviously if you wanted that Scratch skin, you could have grinded last season, and if you didn't, that's okay, or the glitched version. So it's really nice to see, and obviously a lot of people were doing that. But the golden peel is level 300. It's a lot of XP, 18 million tons, and 970 game is a lot of time. Considering each game lasts 10 minutes, that's like 9,700 minutes, which is an absolute ton. You know, that's so much. If you divide that by 60, that's 156 hours in Team Rumble, which is a ton, guys. That's actually a total of 6.5 days to 6.5 days. So you really are grinding this sort of stuff out if you wanted that XP. But you've just got to consider you've got supercharges, you've got other stuff as well. And I do think you could probably half the amount of games you need to play in Team Rumble, which would put you around to about 500. So you probably only need to play 500 games in Team Rumble, and also you'll be playing other game modes as well. So if you do 500 games in Team Rumble at any point in the season, you're probably on your way to get this golden peely. Do expect to grind though. I do think it is going to be quite hard to get. I don't think you'll be able to get this golden peely skin if you move to another game and don't play Fortnite daily, because this is including if you've done every single punch card every single day, if you do every single daily challenge. Do consider that daily challenges do stack though, which is quite useful, and this is also counting that if you pop in to every single challenge as well and complete all them. If you don't do them, obviously this number of games is going to be much larger than 970, but we aren't considering other stuff as well. Double XP has been added in the past. They'll know how many people are close to this golden peely. If say maybe 10% of the population are very close from unlocking this and we're running very close to the end of the season, they're going to activate stuff like double and quad XP. But I really do hope you have found this video very interesting. It really has took a lot of time to put together, and it is probably one of the better videos out there for XP guides, so please share it around with all your friends. And if you're interested in checking out any of my other content, including secret map changes, all the Easter eggs this season, how to win, and some ultimate tips on how to defeat all the bosses very quickly, I have some videos of that on my channel. Go and check them out. I'll see you guys over there.